Game 1 taken by Newbee Gaming. Was a pretty dominating win as well. And I was having higher expectations of Vici-Gaming after both you guys thought that they were going to take this first game.
Excuse me? Excuse me? I said it. Newbee,
after our expert said that it was, yeah.
I was wrong.
You were wrong. But why? Because it didn't even look close. What was the thing that went wrong?
So I think there were times where they misplayed. I felt like they could have been a lot more aggressive in the early game, and they kind of just passived out a little bit. Probably the larger issue too is that I just underestimated how tanky everybody from Newbee became.
Okay.
Because Razor, yeah, he's annoying to Sven, but the more you see this matchup, it's not as one-sided as you think. It's not as simple as like, I'm Razor, I drain you. Oftentimes, the type of hero that Sven is Sven, if he gets kited by any hero, sucks. Yeah. So what Sven does very well is he's gonna pop that God Strength, become really strong, and then he blinks on somebody, insta like two-shot somebody, yeah. And during that time, Razor then has to find him, latch him, but Sven's already done all this work.
Yeah.
And so I thought that the Chrono was gonna do a little bit more, but we saw in multiple fights, the bubble's up, and everyone's just like peering inside. They're like, what's going on?
The Chronosphere felt very lackluster.
Yeah, because they just didn't have the follow-up damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with also a lot of pressure on getting that perfect Chronosphere, making sometimes a fight be without a Chronosphere because of that reason.
Yeah, sure.
We have a replay as well. This was already at a time where, well, Newbee was already ahead by quite a bit. It's 32 minutes into the game. We're in the dire jungle, or close to the dire jungle. Pugna's already a dead man right here. And this is a fight that Vici, they have to take. Bane's already too far out, has to already go back. They wait for the initiation of Paparazzi. He pops his BKB and runs forward, but doesn't have his Chronosphere. This is the fight where they need that Chronosphere, and they're trying so hard. This is a sniper, and they took so long to take down a sniper.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the BKB pop by Razor. Razor's just trying to do everything they can, but they're just kiting him for the entirety of the BKB, and then as soon as that's down, he's literally a dead man. Void, Kunkka, don't even be there. You're not going to be able to do anything. Now it's just a one at a time murder spree. And you can tell, like, the positioning of Newbee, they're all together. No one's spread out, even though it's like a moving, roaming team fight. And everybody else is just super easy. Look at that.
Hey,
take Chrono.
I mean, this is a really nice Chrono. He can just two in the edge, but this time it's just him and Pugna alive. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to change.
All right. I mean, Pugna's a great hero. He does a lot of quick damage, but the longer you get into a game, I feel like the less effective he is on the Chrono. They needed somebody that could really just blow up an entire team when they all get stuck in there.
Well, he was strong against the other heroes, and they thought they had covered all their assets by, like, we take this Pugna. They can't pick any of these like range intel cores, but then sniper. It's like Shiver said, like it was such a nice sniper game. It wasn't a free sniper game.
That was what you said. I said I liked sniper, but I didn't see like, oh, sniper is the perfect pick here. This is fitting perfectly. I just thought, oh,
it's a good
must be fun to play sniper this game.
It's not a free sniper game like it was a free aim game yesterday, but it was a very solid sniper. Because even if he dies at that point, it's not. He's kind of like a decoy in the sense. If you go on him, then the rest of the supports get to have a free game.
And that's what we saw. Phaser's Void went on Sniper, and he wasn't even that squishy. Took him a long time to take it down.
He's not that little dwarf man that gets two-shot.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's the kind of sniper that Vici-Gaming needed him to be. But not going to happen. So they are looking to game number 2 very shortly. What are we expecting from this game? Like, are we going to see a lot of different things?
I think game 2, I feel like Vici need to adjust. They needed a little bit more damage. I don't know. Bane Kunkka.
Was this a draft, or because you said that you sometimes felt like they misplayed?
They were a little bit more passive than I would have liked, but I feel like Bane Kunkka. I think I overrated that duo just because I'm not the biggest fan of Kunkka as a hero in general. Just because I feel like as a 4-position hero, he doesn't accomplish as much. He doesn't independently deal that kind of damage. Like you need Boat Torn is like super unreliable as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of agree with you. I feel like the Kunkka was a little lackluster on that, which is weird because it was their first pick. They were like, "Oh yeah, this is the one. This is the big hero."
And Random Kunkka, it's a scary.
It's a legend. He's the one that brought it into that meta at TI.
Yeah,
but
combination.
Let's not work on the past here. Let's get something new going. Don't think about how Kunkka used to be good. He sucked that game, so do something new. Let's get some more meta heroes. How about that? Let's get some of those Venos and those Necros and all that disgusting garbage. That could help him out.
Let's change it up. Roll the dice.
Roll that dice. Is that how you do the roll dice? That's very passive. You gotta give it the pepper. Yeah.
No, you just like blow, and then.
China.
Oh man.
I was wondering where that went.
Great. Oh man.
Right.
You're complicit in this, by the way.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
Just because I
not
laugh
me.
doesn't mean I'm the one making it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
You're
not.
complicit in this.
I don't know. What does complicit mean?
You're also a part of this. Like you're okay with this.
You made this
Because
happen.
I'm okay with this. That means
You're
that it's
part of
my
this.
fault.
You're a part of this.
Well, yeah. It's 2017,
What's
dude.
wrong
you
with
don't, You don't have to be...
I'm Korean for one. That's the largest fear that.
They're definitely not aiming it at you, dude.
It's just when I'm on screen. It's just like the timing of it could be better.
Listen, our back of house production guys, they've had some run-ins with racism before. We're gonna have some real complaints at the end of today.
Night Stalker ban.
Welcome to the war room, by the way.
The war room.
Nyx ban. Lots of the ends. Like I get to ban all the end heroes, so they're all right next to each other. That's very convenient.
That's nice.
Yeah, no, I just grabbed all three right away.
5 seconds
There you go.
remaining.
Bam. Bans.
Welcome, guys.
Hello. But I agree with what Will was talking about too with the Kunkka. It's like on paper you see Kunkka and you're like, this hero can do so much, but then it just doesn't happen sometimes. Yes. This is another hero I like a lot.
Vichi's wild.
They're crazy, man.
First
Good
pick.
nuts.
First pick Undying. We really got to secure that Undying. We can't afford to let them ban our Undying pick.
They got an
Let's
idea.
get that out there right now.
You got an idea, right?
I don't understand. Can you explain this to me? Who in the world would ban Undying? Why would you ever first pick him?
5 seconds
The only
remaining.
time you first pick heroes like this is when you don't want to give up the rest of your heroes. But it's still odd because
Still
I don't know how
pretty odd.
good of a hero Undying is in general.
Do you like the hero?
I personally feel
I
like
do, but
there's only like one of two things that Undying ever is. It's either he's like completely broken and you just can't fight him ever, or he's just so garbage because he has scalability issues. Like the Aghanims is pretty cute because you take away an Ogre Club every time you use your Decay, which
Yeah.
is kind of nice, but
I like him for like sustain push with the Soul Rip. Soul Rip's very low cooldown if you max it out early.
But this is a hero that
Yeah.
the largest issue that he has is that he doesn't have a disable.
Yep.
And he gets kited pretty easily. And on top of that, like his stats are pretty mediocre. He doesn't tank as much as you think. He falls off. His item build's like, what do you really go?
Well, it's pretty simple. You get the Tombstone talent, the plus damage, and then you get Refresher Tombstone.
And then you just dubs up.
Yeah,
You just dealt it up.
How do you farm
5,000
that much gold?
How do you fight?
Casually farm 5,000 gold.
Yeah.
Shaker,
How do
yeah.
you fight in a Refresher Tombstone?
10
You don't.
seconds
You
remaining.
run. It's just over. Especially with the talent.
Couldn't you accomplish the same thing by picking a Monkey King and just popping his ulti?
Yeah, but then how do you high ground push with Crepes? They kill the Creps too.
They kill the Crypts. That's true, Slacks. You got me there.
Got you done.
Got him. Well, this is a nice opener
Made me look
for,
like a fool in front of all my friends.
for Newbee. They already can counteract the heal that the Undying does get, and this is very good in the laning phase to deal with Undying.
Jesus, dude. Earthshaker AA already?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why you actually use heroes that you can, are afraid to be banned.
Yeah, that's why you don't pick it first.
Right.
Or maybe they're just trying to throw Newbee off track. You think we have an Undying? That's not our key ingredient here.
God, he's just a random dude. Undying's just walking around. We're not even gonna play him. He's AFK in base.
I know what it is.
What is it?
Kunkka has a dope taunt. That's why Lanham picked it. Undying has a dope taunt.
Oh, that taunt game.
Lanham just wants to be taunting around and running around in circles.
But taunting is more effective if you're winning.
Is it?
Yeah,
Newbee.
it feels better
Turn to
then.
ban.
Disruptor.
Oh.
Okay.
Disruptor Undying. Really great synergy there. You know?
You can glimpse people back in the tombstone. You should love this.
Glimpse in the Tombstone. A classic. One more zombie on him. Dead.
You could lock them in a field and basically say, it's you and the zombies now.
Like what was saying, Undying.
Great.
Undying doesn't have disables or anything, and he's like pretty horrible at catching. Disruptor kind of makes up at least a little bit for that. It's not a disable, but at least you have kinetic field, and you have glimpse for catching.
That's true. And when you get the refresher on Disruptor,
10
then you have double
seconds
kinetic
remaining.
field into the double tombstone. There's
There's no escape the
What do you
zombies.
do?
The Venn diagram with double tombstone.
That's right.
Blitz is not amused.
I'm trying to think if I would take Puck or Ember here for Newbee.
Completely unfazed.
Death Prophet Sven are banned out. Here's one of them. You go on.
Why do you like Puck?
Because he's good
Yeah,
against
that
both
one.
those heroes.
In what way?
It's like Disruptor has a hard time killing him.
10 seconds remaining.
What?
But he has a silence. You can drop a
Yeah,
cloud
but
over
the game
his head.
speed is really
5
hard
seconds remaining.
for Disruptor often because Puck's gonna jump on you and then eventually he'll get a Yule Scepter and then he's truly unkillable.
You can always just phase shift blink out of the combo anyway.
Yeah, you can always
so.
phase blink out of the combo.
Interesting stuff.
And they already have like mass magic damage too, and you know, the thing that we always like beat to death, I feel like, is if you're playing Disruptor and you're just getting like jumped on, you're just really hard to play.
Yeah.
Vici definitely needs some stuns, I feel like. They need some control here.
They do need some control because they
However-
lacked that last game.
They picked their 4 and 5 already. Though. Kind of stinks a little
I mean, you could have stunning cores.
bit. CK bet.
Wait. How can you be sure that Undying is a 4? Can it be a 3?
Could it
I
be a
hope
1?
That way, you could actually get the gold that Slack says you need to get the refresh.
Think about that,
Have you
guys.
seen bat? I haven't seen that here in a while.
Necrophos
This
making an
game-
appearance in the Chinese region.
Yeah, they picked it up for themselves, and they have some nice Ice Vortex combo with it, with that Spell Amp, which will, so Spell Amp, they'll probably get a Veil as well in the Necro, so Veil, Ghost Shroud, Ice Vortex, lots of Spell Amp on top of that.
Disruptor's okay against Necro though.
Yeah.
He's like one of the better ways to deal with him just because Necro doesn't really want to build BKB and silences are so good against that hero. It's like the only thing that you can really do.
It's looking pretty over. I think Newbee has a pretty strong team here, guys.
It's a pretty strong lineup already, yeah.
Yeah.
Vici will take their crazy hero to pair with all this. Like they're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
gonna go, wow, they're gonna take like Enigma.
Whoa!
The last hero of Vici-Gaming is going to be like the glue that tied it all together, and we're
Yeah.
going to be like, oh, of course.
Newbee really knows how, like, exactly what Vici's been doing. Like, Vici's 3 best heroes right now in this patch are Nature's Prophet, Nyx, and Death Prophet, and that's the first 3 bans coming out from Newbee, so.
Indeed. 28 seconds left. Interesting to see what they're going to pick up. I'm not seeing the synergy yet, and here it is, the synergy of
Oh my god.
Void.
I actually have Void again, huh?
I'm like, it's not.
I mean, Void with Disruptor is better than last game. That is kind of a little bit more oomph in those chronos.
We did say they needed some disable as well.
Yeah, disable on a core, and he's a diffusal buyer to be able to get rid of that Ghost Shroud.
But that's an ultimate as their disable. I mean, you need that quick disable. You need that press Q stun a man disable, you know?
Who would that be as a core, though?
You know, a spin. That's a nice gauntlet.
Wasn't it banned?
Sven's banned.
I mean, you didn't say in this game.
Fair enough. You got me.
Okay. Got him.
Got him.
A Wraith King? Hmm?
Oh, God.
Please never suggest that hero.
What's wrong with the Wraith King?
I think he's only good versus maybe Lone Druid, kind of in a way, maybe.
Hey, Liquid lost to a Wraith King once.
With what?
What?
It was at the Manila Major.
That was the Lone Druid.
It was the Lone Druid, yeah.
Yeah, that was
This
the,
game,
But that's like nobody even knew about the double crit Wraith King. That was like it just got
Game
patched
4.
in.
yeah.
And,
I
like-
jinxed the hell out of that run.
Oh, yeah, I actually remember they double crit on the bear.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a good one.
Everybody's like, why does Noto have 114 skill build? Then you see him hit the bear and it's like, ka-dunk.
Oops.
All right, Tidehunter picked up again. I
Just-
liked it last time, and here we go.
Yeah, it's like it's a KP classic. That's how he got known. And then he stopped playing it for a while. Everybody stopped playing Tide for a while.
Lots of magic on the side of Newbee, and Vici goes for an OD themselves.
I mean, yeah, at least now they have someone that can hit people while they're chronosphered. That's nice.
Kinda? It's
Yeah,
got to be
you
on the right side of that
You've
chrono.
always got that save as well. for the
Astral can
Reapers.
save Reaper, yeah, exactly.
10 seconds
Oh, yeah, that's a big
remaining.
one.
And they can actually like Astral into like, I mean, this
5
isn't amazing, but
seconds
Astral into Disruptor ulti for later on, but can always help for like ganks. You know, you Astral somebody, the Disruptor TPs, maybe with plus 1 other, and then you can actually set up for ganks with that.
What we're not realizing, though, is the fantastic synergy between Astral and Tombstone.
10 seconds
Astral,
remaining.
but then Tombstone. You know, that's 2 or 3 more zombies.
And then kinetic them, and then
Whoa!
glimpse them back into
Oh
the
my
tomb.
god, the Tombstones! I still don't understand the Undying pick. I'm really trying to figure it out here.
It's
I
going to
think
be
it's
the
like-
linchpin. It's going to be very important.
Dire team.
I bet you he just goes completely out of control. Oh yeah, Bloodseeker and Monkey King were banned out there. Bloodseeker. Where's the Monkey King? He's somewhere around here. I don't see him, but he's somewhere here.
Oh, hey, it's Pugna again!
Is it again?
Woo!
Pugna versus Necro.
This time it's...
So that's where's it gonna go? But safe flame, Pugna or flame? How are they doing this one?
How you gonna pick?
I've seen some offlane
It should be
Pugna.
Pugna Undying offlane. That's pretty strong, isn't
I
it?
think so, right?
Pugna Undying's
10
pretty nasty.
seconds remaining.
It's a very, like, you're gonna pressure hard. They can
5
take down some
seconds
early
remaining.
towers.
I thought AA was good against Pugna.
It is.
So how you gonna pick Pugna into this?
But Pugna is amazing against the rest of their heroes.
Yes. Oh, and where are you going? There's still a pick.
Oh,
He's done.
I was done. Like,
I
come
almost
on,
did
let's
the
go
same.
cast them
I thought I was
down.
almost
Okay,
did the same.
one more.
One more hero,
I was like,
guys.
it's alright, Newbie, we've already got this 4v5.
Pretty much.
Hey, don't be so confident.
Maybe they messed things up with their last pick.
Omni-Knight, come on, baby.
Oh,
Sniper!
and it's versus an OD, Hannah Pugna.
Oh,
Right.
see, I might as well start walking.
I'm not... Yeah, well, we know it. Sniper.
Alright, bye.
Sniper mid versus OD.
So, is this as black and white as our commentators make it out to be, Will?
I think it's probably a little bit more complicated because I don't know how the Undying's going to play. If they aggro duel, it's probably pretty strong against what Newbee have. You know what? I'll go with my boys again. Vici Part 2, the rehappening. I know their lineup seems bad on paper, but
The re-happening.
they're gonna make it. They're gonna make it a thing.
Are they gonna make it a thing, Jake?
I don't think so, no. I have no idea what the hell this Undying is supposed to do. And I feel like Pugna's gonna get destroyed easily. So I am 100% Newbee.
Alright, we got Will on Vici, Jake on Newbee, and I think, again, Newbee looked pretty good previous game. I'll go with them again. And
They went
that's
wrong.
the wrong way around. Okay, Slacks everywhere.
I love it.
It
Put
is
me all
over to a game
Yeah.
2 of
You
the
can't be wrong.
series. Odie picks one Fog. Take it away.
Thank you very much. Indeed, game 2, Newbee versus Vici-Gaming. What do we reckon then, Fog? That final sniper pick seems pretty damn strong here for Newbee, but leaders up out said maybe Vici-Gaming have something up their sleeves with this first pick Undying that's sort of going to maybe catch Newbee by surprise and such. Obviously not really too much of a surprise. Lanham Undying has been a thing that he's always been very strong on.
There's a lot of team fight on the side
Sure.
of Vici. That's the one thing they have. And their lane presence this time too. Like Pugna Undying can actually put a lot of pressure onto Earthshaker and AA. As long as they don't get like fissure blocked and brought down from it. But that being said though, I think the sniper pick was super good. I think like it's amazing. It's amazing versus Pugna as we saw the last game. It's incredibly good versus OD as we've seen in the past. We'll see what Vici's able to come of it though. Like what we was saying too, it's like it's hard to say how you can really dictate it just because like Undying can really go ham. But on paper, you look at Newbees, theirs looks pretty straightforward, just like stronger and more in the meta. But we'll see how Vici is adjusting. They're actually already doing that. They're putting the Void mid, it looks like, and putting the OD top to avoid that sniper
you
matchup.
have to. That sniper OD matchup is just, it's pretty impossible to play, isn't it?
Oh, and
Unless you have
KP
+1.
actually gets a D ward right away. So he's going to kill that safe lane ward, get himself a little bit more gold. 190 for him, some experience too. Lovely.
We'll see how they switch it around if they do want to. Obviously, once they see that they're not going to have that sniper OD matchup that
30
Newbee would
seconds
like to have. But, I mean, at the same time, up against the Void, it's not too terrible. Depends on how the Void is built. So what's the Void? Is the Void got a poor man's coming to lane?
Oh, Mugi doesn't have the super scythe.
Oh, he doesn't have the really cool one with the Reaper.
Reaper,
going
right?
down and doing it.
Yeah, he doesn't have the
Come on,
back
Mugi.
piece.
Step it up.
Yeah, that one look. I like the way this one looks though. This one looks pretty cool. He's got like feathers and stuff and wings. So this should be Vici maybe getting in the room, but there's 3 heroes there, and Kaka
There it
and
is.
Faith are hiding. They're in position here to go for it right away.
Lanham does get the decay up on them. Yeah, Young 11's the potentially easier target, but the Fisher not on the side that they would have hoped it to be. So Young 11 will get the chance to run. Chase him down a little bit. Kaka does have the boots. Young 11 fairly speedy, not speedy enough to stop himself from being slapped in the back once more and forced to salve up immediately.
Sniper versus Void. Sounds probably worse than it really is for the Void, because Void can just...
I think Void will be okay, won't he?
He has Poor Man's Shield to block a lot of the damage. Sniper's base damage is pretty horrendous low. It's all about just the headshot procs.
Yeah, I think Void should be pretty fine early on. It's a hard hero to gank as well, especially with the Shaker AA. Should always be the chance to time walk to safety. So
It'll probably
I
get
like
to
this
a,
switch around from Vici, taking the AD away.
It'll probably get to a point, of course, where the sniper just starts really heavily harassing the Void with the shrapnels and stuff. So we'll see. Lanem getting fissured up, taking a lot of right-click damage. Faith and Kaka beating in on him here. Kaka has boots. Lanem does not. He's got another decay, and he's got stick charges too. He actually turns and starts beating back into Kaka.
He really does. I mean, with the another decay, and he can keep this trade going. He's a little worried maybe about Newbee bringing in an extra one. I know.
He's got a lot of stone strength. 16.
Really laying into him that. CS-wise, what we're seeing at the moment, Void does have a slight lead in that mid lane. Up top, Ori, 4 for 2. KP 5 for 0. So this time around, KP not being bullied too hard at all in the lane like we saw in game 1 by Fenrir's presence.
Once some levels start building up on the OD, the Arcane Orb really starts to hurt if he's able to get the procs from the Essence Aura, and he should be good with Magic Wand charges versus a Tidehunter as well from that Anchor Smash.
Down bottom, 11. To interrupt with the side pull. Necro, of course, getting fine farm despite this Pugna and dying lane that could have caused issues, but Necro for the time being dealing with it pretty well. As most of the attention from Lanem and Fenrir has been elsewhere. Just looking at the supports, looking to maintain those bounty rune controls.
Yeah, at least the Pugna's not dying or anything. I say that, and Kaka actually has Fissure up now in a second. Might be able to get the block here onto 11, but no, the decrep, the blast. You have to watch out for this. Once they've got level 2 on Lanem, the decrep, blast, and soul rip decay combo can really burst people down if they're hit by too many decays initially. Because Kaka's sitting on 480 life. Same thing with the AA. So if they actually are able to get those levels up, could burst people. Goes for the courier. Just shy of it.
Kaka doesn't get the fissure on the right side again, so you're in 11.
That's Triple C mid. Fenrir rotating in. Paparazzi gets the bash as he jumps in. Should be able to clean him up here with the damage from the Thunderstrike as well. They are able to, and Paparazzi already with the kill lead, with this CS lead, gets the first blood as well. Very good for the Void.
Good couple of bashes getting in from him as well. And G on his side there. Certainly making all the difference. This is the thing as well, what with Faith and Kaka's priorities being drawn down on the bottom lane. Can't really head up top, was mid to help out. Especially in time for those sort of ganks coming in from the Disruptor with the huge amount of catch that he has. A little low here. But
he just actually brought salves out to him, and he's already back down to 200 HP. So he's been spending a lot of his gold. He has 15 last hits, but he's spending a lot of it on regen just to stay healthy down in that bottom lane. And now he's already down to 200 again. Heartstopper Aura, very obnoxious. Again, Fenrir though, making the rotation. He's got his level of glimpse now too, so he's got 1 in each skill. That's Triple C. Needs to watch when he walks down onto that low ground if he steps up too far, but once he's on the high ground, he should be pretty safe until Paparazzi hits 6.
Down bottom again, Young 11. And Lanem. Getting fairly close and aggressive here. Ward down as well, so they have the info if anyone comes in for backup Fenrir. He's going to get the eyes onto KP, but KP being tied, a little too tanky really for Fenrir to have any chance of killing. He'll just try and trade some blows here.
Yep.
So it's a bit of a nuisance. On mid lane, Fissure and Shrapnels. And Time Walk is on cooldown. Paparazzi just getting out.
He just delivered those strength treads too. If he had him, he may have died.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, 11. Gets just away. Faith now getting harassed quite heavily. There's another decay and a soul rip soon, but they do not have a Orb of Venom on either hero, so they don't have that extra slow to chase out.
Still very, very close here in the early days. I mean, in terms of the heroes, did you expect a team to maybe have more of an edge here in the lanes? And
I think the way that Vici laned it up is like very ideal, because like we said, OD, as soon as he gets a couple levels in that Essence Aura and Arcane Orb, the Tidehunter cannot lane up there, because it's just you're at threat of just getting right-clicked and chased out because of the glimpse catch from the Disruptor too. So I really do like the way that Vici did lane. So I'd give them maybe a slight factor, because you know, they're not killing the Necro, but Young 11 is getting the levels, and that's all he really needs on Pugna in this game. Gets the levels up, gets high level in Nether Blast and in the Nether Ward, and that can be very good versus the heroes that Newbee does have.
Here we go.
Lanem definitely dead here.
Fishy trapped up, no escape for the Undying. Coming a little bit too cheekily, and that will go the way of SCCC. He's going to be very happy with that, especially after starting to have a bit of a tougher time in this mid lane. Paparazzi with the CS advantage. Treads now on the way to the Mask of Madness and has Chrono up as well. So +1, and that mid lane can get very scary for the sniper. You can see Paparazzi almost toying and taunting him there, making him back up.
That was good. I love seeing players do those kind of things, the pump fakes.
Yeah, up to Ori just getting all the farm in the world. I mean, what's the build here for the safe lane, OD? We don't really see as much, and when we do, it's normally down to just trying to go for a lane dodge. Is it sort of the drums, or do you get Midas in this situation?
Looks like he's going
Rod?
Midas. He buys the glove.
Okay.
I've seen, I mean, I haven't seen too much of the safe lane OD, but as for the most part, I've seen a lot of the Rod builds coming out from the hero. This could even be like a Hood game since he's playing versus AA and stuff. KP starts to TP out after the glimpse, and he should be just fine, actually. Very nicely done by KP.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think he'll wait to decide how he feels the game's going. But I think, like, Hurricane Pike, the standards, like Atos, just like that, those kind of things, just like it used to be.
Radiant's
But
top
maybe throwing in a
tower
Hood
is
since he's
under
versus like a
attack.
Necro, maybe even like a Linken's early on. We'll see. Hurricane Pike, though, and Hurricane Pike and Atos seem pretty decent. Maybe not Atos this game, since he doesn't have anything he really needs to catch, and they have Disruptor and stuff.
And him again, playing with some heavy aggression. Level was only level 2 at the moment on this Undying. All the moving around. That's not the best amount of XP that Lanham could hope for to have around this 7-minute mark.
Yeah, he's left Young 11 down bottom, though, and Young 11 is already level 6 versus level 5 Necro. Necro can definitely get bursted down here by the Decrypt Blast.
This up top.
Life Drain, top. KP does not have TP up. He is going to die this time, for sure. The Int is stacking up heavily on Ori, and that is a dead Tidehunter.
Vici-Gaming.
Okay, bottom.
Stronger opening. Moogie.
He actually forced him out of lane. Like, yeah, the Life Drain, there's no way to cancel at this moment unless the Earthshaker is inside in position. And now he's going to put pressure on that tower, and this is the offlane Pugna. But SCCC rotating down with Kaka. Young 11 could be in a lot of trouble here if the fissure block is nice, and it is nice.
Oh,
there is a TP.
Yeah, it's got some tangos, but SCCC's hot in the case. So the tango and the movement speed may be enough. He's zipping his way out of here. Kaka trying to close the gap.
And he's gone. The speedy little skeleton.
Too slippery to deal with. And now Paparazzi's down it. Jumps forward. Does have the chrono.
They look like they're continuing. Paparazzi
dive
wants
this.
He's got an arcane rune, so the jump is low cooldown, and the chrono is also going to be reduced cooldown after. So
there is backup though. He has gone in for this chrono. Only catches Kaka or that bash. But he pays with his life. It is in the extended duration. The Reaper's Scythe itself doesn't get the kill. But he loses his life. That's chrono down for the Shaker. A little bit too a kind of crazy play there. As not really the trade that you want to be making as that Void.
yeah, 11 wasn't healthy. He wasn't able to get in there. He had to decrypt himself to survive under the tower.
And he nearly didn't get the kill as well. That bash there coming in on the Shaker as he was casting the Enchant Totem. If that didn't bash him and the Enchant Totem gets the passive stun off,
Yeah.
you don't even get the Shaker in that situation, so...
No, the Death Pulse would have
Very
hit
risky.
him, and he would have been healed up. Yeah, it would have been a different scenario for certain. So Moogie is queuing up the Atos to have that catch for the Void, because that's the difference, is what we were saying with like the OD. They actually need another form of lockdown to be able to grab those type of heroes that are very elusive.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And they give Lanem the lane. That's the nice thing that's happening from Paparazzi's movements around the map. Although he dies, he can now go to the jungle with that mask and give Lanem the levels which he very much needs. I haven't seen Lanem's taunt once actually on the Undying, so
Bounty.
I've been waiting for it. I love that taunt.
I was meant to have this.
Invis rune down bottom. See if I to grab that and look for some sort of setup. Of course, Paparazzi put that chrono under the duration of that arcane rune, so it's going to be back up in just 10 seconds. Yep. You can look to try and make it go again. Up top, Ori trying to get out of there with the TP, and he makes it only just. Very quickly out of there, and this is a successful escape. KP starting to beat around with Fenrir, but the kinetic field's down.
That's why I feel like it's pretty important. Oh, they're actually looking for KP here. It's going to be a tough one. They have the Glimpse. They throw the Chrono. They have... Oh, never mind. They have Pugna there. That's a dead Tide.
To the bottom.
Yeah, I love that when I don't like seeing the ODs where they have like the 304 or like 404 build. It's just... on him dead mid from Faith being invis with that Ice Blast. He denies his Tombstone though, that's the thing. So they didn't get the extra bonus gold for it. But yeah, the 214 build on the OD, he lived literally because he Astral Shaker there and got the TP out. So I always like having the value point in those kind of spells.
And with the Smartest and surviving like that, Ori's going to maintain that position, top of the net worth. Quite far, already about 1k. And increasing ahead of the cause of Newbee.
Latinum eats the Tome. Fenrir was already 6 with Arcanes, so they've got their ultimates ready to be expended. Mugi is very far up right now. He is looking to be quite dead versus Glimpse if you need it, and they will use the Glimpse. Goodbye.
No way to escape from this.
So much damage. With the Flesh Golem on top too, the 20% damage amp on top of the Arcane Orbs is substantial. And now that tower should drop very easy to Pugna rotation. And something we didn't actually point out in the draft is that they have Pugna OD, so this should be an infinite mana Pugna
Oh,
pushing
that's
towers.
true, yeah, the Siege is...
And with the Undying too, they have the Soul
Dirty.
Rip. They have the Soul Rip with the Aura as well, so they can actually sustain and push for a very long time. You see there, they get the mana proc on both heroes. Ice Blast connects on 2, but inevitably, tower will die. Mid lane, Paparazzi, another Arcane Rune. Chrono is not ready though.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Fenrir getting quite deep.
Look at
Just
those wards that Fenrir
Yeah.
put in place. Those are lovely.
very deep walls. Oh, a whole line as well here, covering pretty much any movement around Dive's half of the map.
Similar to, actually, I think these are not the mid one that's between the 2 towers, but the other 2 wards that they place are the same wards they placed the last game to be able to invade the enemy jungle and take those towers. And they have a Pugna this time around too, so it's like a similar idea as the last game. It's just a little bit crisper. 2k gold lead for Vici at the moment. And there you go, the Soul Rip, they get the mana proc, Nether Blast, they get the mana proc, and they can do that infinite siege.
Radiant structures are fortified.
See if Newbee have any interest in trying to stop this. It's a hard push to stop.
Dire's top tower.
You know, if only the
is
A in
under
the
attack.
neighborhood looks like Newbee is simply just going to try for the trades. They're up on top lane. Trying for tier 1 at least.
Vici's happy with this. Ice Blast coming in. Might actually catch on the Pugna, does not actually. No. Could have been a bit scary. Alanim again, another mana proc.
This mid lane as well, they're trying to chase down STCC, getting right on top of them with the Chronosphere.
Oh, the
and
batches.
Static Storm.
Uh-oh, this is looking a bit scary for Newbee. Look at Vici. All 3 cores are very farmed.
They really are. Ori's OD sailing ahead this game. The safe lane OD, that simple lane switch around as soon as, you know, we felt that Newbee would have had the upper hand with that sniper OD. As soon as they dodge it, VG seem to have this early game in the bag at least.
The mana procs. Again, Pugna gets one. Paparazzi's using Time Walk every time it's up to try to get his mana up as well. And it does seem to be the 4-staff / Hurricane Pike rush coming out from Ori as we...
Down bottom, they're getting another. Faith. He's gone as well, 7 for 3.
You know, Will talked about how he was a little bit, you know, unhappy with the way Vici slowed down the pace of the game in the last game. This time, they are non-stop keeping it up. No downtime at all this time around. Chronosphere has been expended every single time it's on cooldown, and they're just running at heroes. And, I mean, last game, SCCC had what? Treads, double Wraithband, and Maelstrom around the 11-minute mark, right? This game, Treads, Glove of Haste, going into Mask of Madness, and it's already going to be 15 minutes. He doesn't have that yet. So much further behind than the last time around because of that matchup in the mid lane and dying a few times.
Illusion.
Or once. No, he died twice, didn't he? Yeah, he died twice. I clicked on the wrong hero. Mugi almost has Atos finished up, but Newbee does not feel like they can actually group together. Like, they're like, the Ravage doesn't feel strong. AP's farmed up on the Tidehunter, but they can't really group very well versus what Vici's got to offer now. Vici's lineup is looking very, very promising now once they've gotten out of the lanes.
Smoke mid.
Lane, super dead.
Again, catching out STCC.
They may be able to get a return here for Newbee. They are walking toward Paparazzi, but he uses the Shrine up And that's just an AA and a Tidehunter. That is not really the most ideal kill combo. And they decide not to. They just put down an aggressive ward. Circle gets drawn by Mugi. I think he's saying, this area is not safe in our jungle. And it is not. Vici going to be able to claim themselves a tier 2 here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Paparazzi top. They get the fissure connection. Ice Blast on top. The Ravage actually does not hit, and Paparazzi jumps away.
Oh, that was so close as well. That tentacle. Not quite getting the touch on that.
This is a big problem now. They're chasing out for Faith here. Faith is in a hard place to survive. He is going to get brought down. Are they going to make their way into the Roche pit? They don't actually have the heroes for it this time around. They're going to keep their advantage with these deep wards that they have. Do they get the glimpse as well on Mugi? Lanem is pinging him out. He's trying to get the vision. And Fenrir does get it.
Straight into the Static Storm.
Oh, and he Ghost Shroud, so he takes so much damage from the Pugna. But Kaka,
you just get the Echo, kill the Disruptor, but that's about it. They just don't have the damage to follow up. And this game, Vici-Gaming, they're showing us on the panel up. They are showing.
We cursed it, right?
Look at this. Oh, Ice Blast might get Ori.
Oh, the Force Staff out. Did they have a sentry down? No, I guess they just expected it to be coming through there. Beautiful plays coming out from Vici, but Kaka, you see, very early blink coming out for the Earthshaker, even though the way that the game is kind of going out, but only gets, what, the Disruptor I think was the only death there? Yeah, that's the Disruptor. Pugna versus Necro, the dream. As soon as you Ghost Shroud, you just get slaughtered.
No, I don't know how this is going to turn around for Newbee. They need to find some huge kind of a jump, and they are going to try for it here with the smoke.
Play around. They have to play when the ultimates are down on the side of Vici. Like when Chrono's down, when Disruptor ulti's down, they have to be able to find some opportunities. Very tough for them now, though. They don't really have. They don't have the Blink Echo Slam either at the moment.
I mean, KP potentially trying to bait them here in the mid lane. Well, he was trying to bait. The team were behind him, but then they sort of left. They're going for the long wraparound. This is quite a bit of time that KP's being allowed to be beat into. They're going to be able to get in and do anything. Response. Sanities comes out. Astral's there, dodges the Ice Blast. KP does survive, gets back. Fisher now out onto 2. Reaper side foul, massive kill. Takes down Ori. Now they turn towards Lan and beat down a second. SCCC's been Static Storm, but he doesn't care. KP anchor smashes Fenrir in the face as he survives. Vici-Gaming lose 3. The very long bait there working out for Newbee as they send KP forward, and it looked like, as I said, they went a long way away from him, but he was durable enough to survive, allowing them to come back in. And yeah, Mugi as well, making sure he gets that high priority target with the Reaper's side, getting Ori on that OD off the map for pretty much a full minute. Big kills, and the exact ones they need to look for to come back in. Just look how long it takes. KP is
so
just
tanky.
He just doesn't die.
Almost seems like that decrep hurt them a bit because Ori wasn't able to stack up the int. So here, when he throws his ultimate out, he doesn't have enough int stolen to actually kill him. So maybe a slight mistake there coming out from 11, but they probably thought that they could bring him down because of how far out of position he was. But Kaka with the nice fissure comes in, and then as you mentioned, yeah, the ultimate from Mugi on top of the Ice Vortex, more than enough damage.
Slow-mo smash to the face there. Cleaning it up.
Echo online with Blink.
Nearly level 12 as well on Kaka. Would be nice for the next engagement. Still, obviously, they're going to need that to happen a few more times, Newbee. The lead that Vici-Gaming have managed to get themselves.
Can Kaka do it? Is he going to be able to get those big Echo Slams? Because the thing is that Earthshaker plus AA, we've seen this, you know, that's the TI5 special, of course. The Ice Vortex plus the Echo Slam. They can kill like pretty much like any core if you get it perfectly positioned. Like the amount of damage you do with your Aftershock and Echo Slam is pretty absurd on top.
They've got tasty amounts of magical coming out from Newbee, especially once that Maelstrom's online for Sniper.
Yeah.
That's also going to offer quite the punch under the buffs of the Ice Vortex.
Yeah. The nice thing is for Vici is that they can always farm during this downtime too. Their heroes are good at pushing out waves with the Pugna. He's pretty much the only one, is the one thing, while Newbee can farm a little bit better with the Sniper, Tidehunter, and Necro being pretty good at farming waves out faster. And they've got good high ground defense, but still, I mean, the Maelstrom is just going to be coming in.
Paparazzi's got a Shadow Blade. He's got an Invis Ring as well. He's scouting this all out. Does have Chrono, could set up for something very tasty.
Oh, he gets the SCCC and the AA.
Yeah, there's going to be no Ice Blast coming through. KP does still find the Ravage, though, onto pretty much everyone. They have the Fissure. Do they have the Chain Love for Paparazzi? Doesn't look like they do. He'll get himself away. Decrepit via the drain, takes down a CCC. In fact, well, Void comes back in, but Kaka just straight up Echo Slams him, and Paparazzi's gone. I don't know quite what the plan was there from the Void. Overall, though, it looks pretty good for Vici-Gaming as they have taken 2. They'll look towards KP, and they do find him as well. So overall,
They glimpsed also on Kaka, and they're going to bring him
they're
back.
getting 4. It doesn't matter that Void went in for a bit of a sacrificial play there at the end of the day by the looks of it.
He got the Dream Chrono, pretty much. The Ravage clipped him, so he wasn't able to finish the sniper right away, but he walked back in, died, unfortunate for him, but that's the Echo Slam expanded on just the Void rather than on the back lines, I guess you could say. Now, with that Pugna, they can try to force the towers. And they do have that Essence Aura as we talked about, so he should have pretty much infinite mana to be able to spam those Nether Blasts at all times.
Let's see if Vici are going to get punished for this. Force down.
The Atos, secondary
the
force.
is too strong, makes it very hard for Faith to find that Ice Blast.
And something that's been said in the past is Chinese teams, they're the best with force staffs.
Everyone gets a force staff, yeah.
They're so fast with their forces, and everybody does build one.
Yeah. Paparazzi as well.
Going for the BKB.
Very close to it. It's 1k away, and the BKB will be there for Papa.
Young 11, Aghanim's about to be done. They're looking very solid at the moment.
Yeah, this is looking so much better for Vici-Gaming. Having an infinitely better game as well on the Void.
Yeah, 8k gold lead, 7,500 experience lead. Yeah, I mean, the Void is really the big one in this game because you see he's top net worth, but it's more so how much poor SCCC is shut down this game.
Yeah.
He is, like, the items he has now, he had at, like, the 14-minute mark last game. He didn't even go Mask of Madness, right? The other one?
I don't think he did he?
Yeah,
No.
he didn't even need to.
He didn't last game, no.
Smoke comes out. They're looking to keep getting aggressive. Playing Disruptor and Void versus Tidehunter are very nice. These two heroes benefit a lot because if you get him inside a Chrono, he obviously can't crack and shell. If you get him under Disruptor ulti, he can't crack and shell. He will be silenced, unable to get those Ravages off. KP breaks the smoke. He's spotted though. He is in a world of hurt.
Yep, no one's coming over to save him, as he will be taken down. That's KP's tied out for 45. Roshan's up. Vici-Gaming could look towards it, knowing that they're only going to have to deal with the 4 versus 5. Newbee, the rest of the side, down bottom lane. They'll look for a tier 1, but again, Vici-Gaming just with the much greater trades.
Yeah, and this is a fully, they don't even lose any health doing this because of the tombstone either, so it just tanks the Rosh. A replay of what's exactly going on right now.
Replay of life.
And there you go. Ori now has it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I was meant to have this.
17 to 8.
Newbee needs to avoid fights for a while now. Keep trying to get pickoffs when they split push, but very hard for their heroes to do so. Necro very immobile. Sniper as well, pretty immobile hero. They don't have these, you know, like Ambers or something along the lines of just being able to push lanes out and just be safe at all times, or Queen of Pain. Nothing like that. Mugi actually, in desperation mode, gets a Blade Mail.
Yeah. Anything at this point to at least try and keep himself alive long enough to get the Reaper's Scythe off in these fights.
And Mugi even queues up a BKB next, which is one of the big things that people don't like seeing, because it obviously completely nullifies your Ghost Shroud whenever you use it. But this game, you look, Ghost Shroud doesn't help him at all. It's like there's really nothing it prevents except for like auto attacks and Void, but they're not the problems. Bottom lane though, Kaka gets a decent Echo Slam coming out, and they'll be able to burst down 11.
And just like that, 11 off for 70 seconds. They can rely on these sort of kills to definitely slow down the pace that Vici-Gaming want to keep.
Yeah, like we were saying, right? Like they have to just push lanes out and get pickoffs whenever they split up versus that Aegis. Right now they can't just take a head-on engagement. And what we've been seeing.
No Pugna, no push for Vici-Gaming.
Yeah, he's their only real tower hitter. Void is not ideal.
And CCC with the Pace starting to slow down a bit, getting more and more space to catch up with that farm. Still about 1,500 behind the OD and Void. Was not too bad, not impossible to recover. The rest of his team still a little bit behind though. The other cores, KP and Mugi, still needing quite a bit to catch up. Bottom lane, eyes onto Paparazzi. Are they going to be able to get this?
BKB quickly though.
Very quick from Papa.
Mask of Madness wearing off. He's going to be able to grab Kaka there. Does he have the damage though? Without the Mask of Madness attack speed, he gets the bashes back to back. Just enough damage to take down Kaka. Lovely.
And in that situation as well, if only they had the Echo Slam back off, that instant stun was needed to have a chance.
Did he have the fissure? He could have just fissured from Fog Blink in Enchant Totem. Huh?
Oh, he could have, yeah.
I think he got greedy.
He could have tried for that, yeah.
I think he wanted to get the maximum amount of damage, getting the Aftershock on top of the fissure afterwards, but...
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
A little unfortunate.
But yeah, I guess, he was also right. Yeah, maybe they wouldn't have had the damage. It would have been close anyway, because he would have almost only got some sort of a chance to get that BKB off.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like later, if he doesn't get bursted right away, even if the AA Blast hits, he gets the BKB off and then it's all nullified. Top, looks like Fenrir might go down here, but he actually gets a nice storm on top of Mugi. And SCCC is able to clean him up. They lose, the evasion from KP, Ori. Drops the ulti.
See if they can fight back here, Newbee. Looking towards Ori, brought down low by the assassinate. Mugi gets the Reaper's Scythe off, and in fact, Mugi survives. Kaka comes in with a slam. Young 11 being focused on the backlines. That's the third down. Ori's back for round 2. Forces straight forward for Kaka. Paparazzi comes in, though, beating down, though, one by one into Newbee's lineup. Mugi in trouble as well. BKB popped by Paparazzi. Still taking damage here, of course, from the Blade Mail, and Mugi finally goes down. Mugi. Again, a bit of a scrappy one, and Newbee are bringing down heroes with them. But overall, Paparazzi surviving the majority of these fights.
Look at that damage done though. The Necro and the Sniper both doing 4,500 respectively in that team fight. Slight gold gain there for Newbee, but don't think Vici is still too upset with that. See how it started here. The Ags Pugna starting to drain onto Tidehunter. But they're pretty far past that tower, and you just see Disruptor get melted by SCCC on the low ground here in like 4 or 5 hits. Dead.
Yeah. Of course, Mugi does manage to get Ori with the Reapers, but he has that Aegis.
Yeah, this is an Aegis fight. So Kaka does get this Echo Slam here coming up to clean that up, but... Oh, actually, it was the Reapers, and then he gets 11 actually with the Echo Slam. Now Blink, Paparazzi with some more catch, ways to get on top of the face of the heroes. He needs a Blink versus Sniper.
Dire are scanning.
As you see, Kaka and Mugi heading up. Paparazzi Shadowbladed has Chrono available. Newbee have to be careful around this area, especially with Fenrir there, looking for glimpse potential. Looking to try and catch someone out. KP nearly with his own Blink. 1800 on the Tide.
That'll be nice at least to get in the back lines behind the Void when they're trying to follow up, because I don't think anyone... Okay, just kidding. OD has a BKB and a Blink Dagger now too, so... He feels good. Kaka trying to split push as best as he can. Kills one creep. 4 steps in the wrong direction. He might actually get caught here by Ori. He gets Astral. Oh no!
Oh no!
He turned around with the 4 step, you know, like that's... Oh no, poor Kaka. He was trying to force upwards and TP up, but his hero hits the wall, he turns around, and the 4 step happens. Oh, unfortunate for Newbee. They cannot catch a break this game.
22-12. MKB going to be the item of choice here for Papa. Paparazzi, making sure he doesn't have to deal with any of that evasion. So far comes out. Oh no, okay, switching up. MKB is going to be replaced by Diffuser. Any sort of damage at this stage, I mean, which we're seeing, Paparazzi just can take solo kills on whoever he wants now with that Chrono. SCCC not an issue, especially when caught out alone outside of the base. And down for 50 seconds.
Ouch. High ground ward placed. Vici has vision of the fight. The first shrine is already expanded by Newbee.
Be able to get this D-Ward as well.
Radiant's middle
As
tower
they head
is
up.
under attack.
RKP takes down the Obs. There's the Yours. Ice Blast coming in onto Fenrir. Fenrir is out of range. Healed up as well by Young 11 and Lanham. Soul Rip and Drain. Now they can look to try and move in. KP already being pushed back. Half of his health taken down by Young 11 on the Pugner. Slow but sure siege will begin with those Pugner blasts. 10 seconds and SCCC's back up.
Yeah, they don't want to force it.
Yeah, with that tower gone, just look for the shrines, look for the easy gold. No need to throw away this very sizable advantage that Vici-Gaming have at this stage.
Radiant's top shrine is under
These shrines will give Paparazzi pretty much the money to get his next item.
They're feeling good. There's no way that Newbee can really push out lanes and
fallen.
ever take fights on their own accord. It's just Vici dominating the whole entire map.
They really do need it. They need to hit that wombo. I mean, they have got such fantastic team fight, Newbee. Same can be said for Vici-Gaming. Both teams can certainly wipe out a few of the other if they get that jump.
SCCC is pretty much the only physical damage on Newbee, so now we see Vici, they're all building BKBs. BKB Pugna, BKB obviously earlier on the Void, and then the BKB OD. They're very resistant to pretty much everything that Newbee has to offer now.
Newbee are leading out now. Smoked up. They want to look for that team fight. They have everything available, but so do Vici-Gaming.
They're on the high ground too. Vici's waiting. The only way that Newbee can get it is if they get like a beautiful Echo Slam with the Ravage on top before the BKBs are able to get popped.
Yeah, they have to get that instance done.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we've seen already, like, Paparazzi's reactions, that they're going to be there on Vici-Gaming. They are going to get those BKBs off as soon as they send a whiff of you.
Yeah, look, they're also prepared just on that high ground. Paparazzi grabs a DD to continue that farm.
And the money is there for the diffusal if he wants to invest, and if he does, gets that sent out to him.
Yep, now you can remove the Ghost Shroud, and it just gives him a lot more damage inside the Chronosphere, of course.
And Newbee.
Vici looks like they want to go for a smoke themselves. They see Newbee with the ward too. I feel like Newbee might actually have to be picking up a gem pretty soon. Just so they can, whenever they do have the liberty to leave their base, they can do it and not be under the threat of vision. Very tough though for Newbee.
Now, if they go back to the high ground, they're aware that something's going on around the map with all the lanes being touched at all now. And 11 will give up his positions. Has to push in the bottom, cut the creep wave. Make sure the Vici-Gaming can keep all lanes forced in. Mid's already coming forward.
I'm like trying to think what Newbee really needs to take the fights, and it's pretty much just, they need to just acquire network. It's not like they need a BKB. A BKB won't solve their problems. It's just being able to sit on the high ground, make sure they can keep that distance from SCCC. He's building toward that Mjolnir. He really desperately needs damage, and they know it. And now, yeah, Pugna, level 20, with the Aether Lens, gets that bonus cast range as well to talent. Easily force towers and really kill people with that life chain from so far away. Pretty much a full screen.
Newbee. Still yet to find that opportunity to get them good with the ults. This would be a good time to try though. Vici-Gaming are in the pit. It's very hard for Newbee to get over again. Just the ward coverage from Vici-Gaming, meaning that any movement will be quickly spotted out. And I mean, they can try, but it's going to be so hard if they come over to the pit.
It's ages cheese if they don't kind of contest this.
Yeah.
It's going to be really hard for them to kind of come back after that.
Vici a little scared that they're not
I think they're expecting
fully
it.
committing.
I think they're expecting Newbee
Yeah.
to go for the fight. Oh, that go
there we go.
misses!
Paparazzi gets in. He gets the chrono onto SCCC. KP goes for the Ravage, but already the BKBs are out. Buyback from SCCC. Sanity's Eclipse is dropped down, though. KP trying to walk himself away. He's going to keep himself alive for the time being, but they've already lost the AA. Moogie backing off with the BKB, but he's being slowed down, decrepit. So much damage and control coming out for the lineup of Vici-Gaming. A second down. Ori jumps forward, looking for more. KP will just survive with the evasion, but Kaka will not be as fortunate. Beat down upon us. Vici-Gaming, they say screw Roshan. We'll head down the mid. We'll take the racks. We'll take the game. GG indeed is called. Newbee tap out. And a very, solid comeback here compared to game 1 from Vici-Gaming. They just something a little different. The Undying absolutely does it with the rest of the team, and Paparazzi had a tough Void game 1, but a very convincing one here in game 2, and some fantastic chronos. This time able to get to the SCCC sniper. Did not work out as well as it did for SCCC in game 1.
Yeah.
And it was game over.
Nice rotations from Fenrir, giving Paparazzi like a very good start in the game. His movements this game were better too, and they didn't let down this game. I felt like they didn't back up and farm. This Pugna was able to just keep pressuring because the Undying guaranteed his lane. That Pugna was higher level than Necro in the laning phase, so very well played by Vici.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Of course, this being the China bracket, we do have best of 3s. We are going to be playing this GSL format, so there's going to be a game 3, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be able to see who comes out on top, Newbee or Vici-Gaming, both having very strong performances, and coming into the games with something a little similar. We'll see if we see some more Voids and Snipers, or see if the Chinese teams wants to switch it about. We'll see you soon for game 3 between Newbee and Vici-Gaming.